Hey everybody, welcome to Singing with Jules and today's video, singing when you're sick. So you may or may not have noticed in the last 2 Tuesdays, I haven't put out any videos of me singing, and that's because I haven't been feeling great and my voice has been going through it. So I've had a change of lifestyle recently, change of scenery, environment, diet. I have allergies, you name it, I'm dealing with it. So now, I've been dealing with singing and being ill my whole career. Sometimes you have the luxury of having an understudy or sometimes a sick track, but that's not always the case and that isn't always available. And that means you either need to muscle through it or bow out. There's always a lot of questions surrounding singing when you're sick. Is it okay? Is it healthy? Will I do any permanent damage to my voice? Here's the thing. You need to use a little judgment. Do you have a head cold or do you have something else? Are you able to sing because you're just all bunged up and a little snotty? Because no, do not sing if you have laryngitis. Go home, go to bed, be quiet, shut your mouth, don't talk to anybody, and get better. Seriously, rest that voice. But singing when you're just normal kind of sick is probably okay. So as long as you're doing it the right way, you'll be fine. So let's talk about that. I get a lot of people who end up canceling voice lessons because they have head colds. And I'm going to say this, don't be so quick to do that. Singing when you're less than 100%, especially in a therapeutic environment like a voice lesson, is a great opportunity for you to learn about your voice and develop it further. You can make a lot of realizations about your voice and connections to it about how you resonate and such when you aren't at your finest. It will also make you realize just how important having healthy vocal technique is to rely on when you're under the weather, because you have that to depend on when everything else feels like it's piled up against you. So let's get started. Number 1, never ever push. Start warming up your voice gently, working from your head voice down to your lower register. This will assure you aren't pushing that chest voice up and straining, making your way through the passaggio, finding that resonance and not forcing or pushing. Number 2, like I discussed in the resonance video a couple of weeks ago, using the or finding that or sticking your tongue out and doing it on an M or an N are both really good ways to find that resonance and kind of keep it nice and healthily placed and forward so that you kind of like break through a lot of that congestion that it can end up happening when you're sick. So those are really good ways to kind of find that sort of resonance space when you're not really feeling your best. Number 3. Think of the sound coming up and over as opposed to forcing and pushing. So I like to think of creating space in the center of our mouths and imagining like a beam of light and sound coming out the top of your head from the spot where your hard palate meets your soft palate. So like right here and then imagining a beam of light, like the sound coming out of the top of your head so that it's all going right out the top, as opposed to creating lots of space. And that'll really help with keeping that sound really healthily placed, and healthily produced. Number 4, hum and chew through your registers. And it's as simple as that. Really think about using that jaw and like chewing, almost like you're a cow chewing, that kind of like taffy chew. Number 5, drink loads of H2O. decaf tea with lemon, ginger, and honey. And if you can, turmeric is an amazing natural anti-inflammatory, which will help those cords if they're a bit swollen. You can take ibuprofen, it's fine, but I always encourage you to go to a natural route if possible. I've linked a brand in the description box that you can use. It's an ingestible oil. You can put it in your tea. Those types of things are really great and they go right into your system, so they start working pretty quickly. Number 6, steaming and using a humidifier when you sleep. Steaming directly is a great way to help those cords. I've linked a steamer I like below. I've used a bunch of different ones. There's another cheaper one that's available out there, which of this same brand, but I've used that one before and I find that it gets a little bit too hot and I'm just not as much of a fan of it. This one is really great. It costs a little bit more, but it's worth it. Plus it's handheld, which is just better than having to bend your face down to the steamer, which just gets annoying. You can always steam on your stove top with essential oils and a towel over your head, old school style. And you can just put some essential oils in there, and that's another great way to do that. Or using a humidifier when you sleep, it really just keeps your room nice and moist so that you're breathing in really good, healthy, moist air, and your cords will stay nice and lubricated. 7, essential oils. I like peppermint, eucalyptus, and tea tree. The set I've linked below has lavender as well, but I just really like lavender. Why not? Usually I just put like a little bit of peppermint oil, and a little goes a long way. So like I'm telling you, like a little drop underneath your nostrils or even just on your wrists, things like that. Sometimes you could put it on your chest. Just be careful if you don't get irritated by things really easily, because that sometimes can cause a little irritation. The oils are super natural and it's a really great way to just open up those sinuses, open up all those sensations, and like it really just helps you breathe. Really great. 8, try not to cough. It's really jarring on your cords to cough and clear your throat. So just be mindful. I know it is so hard. My husband yells at me all the time when I'm sick to not cough, but it really is so important to try to remind yourself that it really is damaging to your cords. Every time you cough, it's like bang, bang, bang. Not good. Collagen supplements are a great way to sort of aid in keeping those cords nice and elastic and supple. I've linked a great vegan brand I like below. Give it a try. Hey, it can't hurt. Number 10, if you are mindful of technique and healthy vocal practices all the time, they will come to your rescue when you are sick. When you maintain a healthy voice, it will be a strong voice. And even when you are sick, that voice is really only singing at like half-mast, which will sound amazing anyway, because even when it's not your absolute strongest, it's still healthy, well-produced, and strong. I hope this video was helpful today and it gets you through some singing struggles. Hashtag singing struggles. Hashtag singing struggle life. Hashtag singing struggles. Feel free to check out the products I've listed below. They are remedies I have personally used for years and I have found them very helpful, and I hope you do too. If you have any tips or advice for singing when you are sick, please comment below. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.